So, without further ado, let me, a grown man, talk about some 13-year-olds. Let's go. First up, we have the Kyoshi Warriors. Kyoshi Warriors are dope. I like them a lot. I think the thing I like most about Avatar, to be honest, is the fact that there's so many capable, strong women. I think there's nothing I really dislike more than just the damsel in distress kind of archetype. And the Kyoshi Warriors are the perfect sort of epitome of that sort of badass female character that Avatar has. So I'm gonna put them in A. I like them a lot. Milo. Milo, I thought he was kind of annoying at first, and he has a very weird design. I was like, man, that's one ugly looking kid. But I think as the series goes on, he starts to win me over. So I'm gonna give him probably a B, close to an A even. Like I like him. I do like him. Zuko, Zuko's probably got the best arc in the entire franchise. His relationship with Iroh is obviously incredible, and yeah, he's a great character. I'll give him S. He's a very good character. Aang is good. I like Aang. He's obviously the main character. Uh, but to be honest, I don't really have that much to say to him, about him. I really like older Aang, like old Aang from Legend of Korra. Like the little bits we've seen of him, I think he is really dope. But Kid Aang, just normal Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, I don't really have any strong feelings about him, but I do like him, so I'll put him in A. This dude, who I don't know, I can't remember his fucking name, but he's the guy who betrays Korra and them. He's whatever. Yeah, I've got nothing to say. Amon, first villain of season 1 of Legend of Korra. He's great. I think he's really good. I think he's a very terrifying villain. Like the way they show you how his ability to like bloodbend and take away people's powers, how it is like mentally, like seriously mentally affected Korra to the point where she's literally having like fucking sweating at night, having nightmares about this guy. I thought that was so cool. And they really made him into a terrifying villain. And bringing back the bloodbending for this was also great. So I'm going to give him an A. A high A. He's a really good villain. He's my second favorite villain in this entire franchise. Appa, Appa's the boy. Appa gets an S. He comes in clutch so many times and I love him. So he gets an S. I forgot this girl's name. Shit, I can't remember my name. And I do like her as well. And I like the relationship that develops between her and Korra, to be honest. I think that's really cool. When they introduced the love triangle between her, Korra, and Mako, I was like, at first I was like, oh, this is kind of basic. But then it doesn't develop into a way that Korra and her hate each other. In fact, it only makes their relationship stronger, which I thought was really cool. So I like her. I'll give her an A, but I can't remember her name, which is not good, but I do like her. Avatar Kyoshi. Avatar Kyoshi is cool, but I mean, she doesn't really do much. So I don't have strong feelings about her. I'll put her in B. Azula, I forgot about her. She's my favorite villain. I completely forgot about her when I was talking about favorite villains. Azula's my favorite villain in Avatar. She's so dope. She gets an S. She's such a badass character. The fact that she uses lightning is cool as hell. Every time she's on screen, she just like chews up the scenery. She's awesome. She gets an S. This dude from Korra who betrays Toph's daughter. Yeah, whatever. Bolin. Oh, I do like me some Bolin. Bolin's great. I'm tempted to go up to S, but now S is reserved for the goats. So Bolin gets an A. I think he's a really cool character. I like him every time he's on screen, and when he gets lava bending, it's so dope, and he becomes so much cooler. So he's really good. I'll give him an A. Boomy, I thought Boomy was such a big disappointment, man. Like he was cool as comic relief, but I feel like if you're Aang's kid, like I get the whole thing of Aang being like a sort of not a great father, you know, giving attention more to Tenzin who knows airbending. All of that makes sense, but I just wish Boomy wasn't so useless. You know, he has his moments, but for the most part, he's kind of terrible. So I was disappointed by Boomy. I feel like he should have been a cooler character. I'll give him a C. The Cabbages guy, it's a great joke. I love that running joke. So this, I'm not gonna rate the character here. I'll rate the joke, and I like the joke a lot. So I'll give the joke a B. This dude who makes shit explode with his head, whatever. Whatever. I don't care about him. Commander Zhao. Commander Zao is also kind of whatever for me. I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have any strong opinions about Commander Zao. I'm just gonna put him whatever. He's. I don't want to put him in D though, because I don't think he's bad necessarily. But I don't really want to put him in like B or A either, because I don't care. So whatever. The Dai Li are dope. I like the Dai Li. The Dai Li of this idea of a secret agency sort of working underground, trying to keep things like secret in passing say. I think all of that's dope. I like them. I'm gonna put them in B. Ty Lee's awesome. Another capable woman, capable girl. She's cool. She's likable. She's skillful. I like her. I'm gonna give her A. Gazan. Gazan's sick. He's got a cool design. The lava bending is so cool. But we obviously don't see that much of him. I feel like the person who gets the most play in that series or in that season is Zaire. So Gazan, I'll give Gazan a B. This homeless guy, whatever. I don't care about him. Sokka's father. I mean, Sokka's father is like nothing. It's like nothing to me. Like Sokka and Katara's father, he really doesn't do much besides just be sort of a symbol for Sokka and Katara's longing. So because of that, I guess I'll give him a C. You know, I like him, but I mean, he's kind of a nothing character. Asami. Asami is a name. I just got it now while looking at her father. Okay, Asami's father. If this was just the first season, I would have probably been like whatever, or maybe like C, because he's kind of threatening a little bit. But that moment he has at the last season where he basically redeems himself, and the relationship that he basically gains back from Asami, that's incredible. I genuinely think that's such a good arc, and I think it's enough for me to bump him. Probably B, maybe even A. It was so good. I'll leave him at B for now. Kiki's alright. We don't really see her that much. I'll put her on the same level as Boomy and them. Momo is not on the same level as Appa for me. Does a lot less. He's just kind of there to look cute. I'm going to give him a C as well. Commander Iroh, or General Iroh. It's General or Commander? I can't remember, but Iroh. Very disappointed by this character. You should have done a lot more. As Zuko's son, I think he's Zuko's son or Zuko's grandson, so maybe, I don't know. But you should have been cooler. The only time we ever see him, we don't really see him do anything like good. You know, he's only just ever getting his ass kicked, or he's only just being restricted because of governmental laws. So I'm very disappointed by this character, but I think he's got a cool look. He's obviously, I think he has Zuko's voice actor as well, which is really cool too. I just wish they did more with him, and I wish he did more. So because he didn't do that much, I'm gonna give him a C. General Iroh's the GOAT. I don't think I need to explain that this man is S. He is so badass. Obviously, his relationship with Zuko, that arc that happened, incredible. But even when he's in prison and he's just pretending to be like fucking broken, but he's like secretly preparing himself for the shit that's about to come, he's so cool, man. He gets an S. This fire dude from White Lotus who teaches Aang for a bit, whatever. He's a whatever character. Jet. Jet is. I'm gonna give Jet a C. I didn't care for Jet. Even his like a whole little redemption arc in Passing Say, didn't care for it that much. C. Also, is this guy even dead? It was so unclear. Yeah, C. Janora's awesome. I like Janora. She's probably the most capable out of Tenzin's children. I like the fact that she's so strong with the spirit world. Janora's cool. I will give her. She's definitely better than Milo. I'll give her an A. I'll give her an A. Katara's awesome. Strong, probably the strongest waterbender. Yeah, she's cool. I'll probably put her on the same level as Aang. Put them together. Yue, the moon. Whatever, dude. I'm sorry, I have no strong feelings about Yue. Boomy, I love. Boomy's such a cool character. I wish we got more of him, but whenever he's on screen, he's so dope. I love the whole trope of like the old man was like ripped. You know, you get it with Master Roshi in Dragon Ball as well. I think it's a cool trope, and I think they do it well with Bumi, and he's a cool character. I'll give him A. This Earth King, the Earth King, the guy who becomes the Earth King at the end of Legend of Korra, he starts off very annoying, but then they give him his arc, and he becomes sort of a capable king. And I think it's a cool arc, and I like it. I'll give him a B. Korra herself. Korra's dope. I really like Korra. I think she's super badass. I love her look. Yeah, like I said, I like capable females. Why the fuck did I say females? Like that just sounded weird. I like capable women, you know? Like I think they're dope, and I think you don't get more capable than Korra, to be honest. And I love everything she goes through, and I love how she matures. Korra's dope. I probably put her A. Not quite S, but I might even like her more than Aang, to be honest. I think Korra's dope. This other avatar, the other waterbender avatar, the guy, I believe this is the guy who surfs or some shit. Whatever, quite frankly. I've got no strong feelings about this guy. Kuvira, I think Kuvira was turning out to be quite a cool villain, but then that giant robot shit at the end of the season was awful. I'm gonna, man, I want to give a D. Again, like, she doesn't go in whatever because I've got feelings about her. You know, like I think there's something there, but I mean, man, they just wasted potential. I feel like with Kuvira. I'm gonna give her a C though, because I like her motivations. She's very capable. She's cool, but man, they really messed up that shit with the giant robot. That was the worst thing I ever saw. This dude from season 1, like Amon's right hand man, whatever. He's a whatever. Lin Beifong. Lin is so fucking annoying, dude. Lin is so annoying. I wish she was like. I completely understand how she turned out the way she did, because Toph is not a great mother, which makes complete sense. So Lin becomes more of like a stuck-up, stubborn, easily agitated person. That's fine, I understand that. But man, she can be so frustrating. She's so fucking stubborn, and it's to the point where it's really annoying. And yeah, she also just doesn't have many badass moments. Like, if you're Toph's daughter, like, I feel like you should get more. You should get more play. And Lin doesn't really get that. I'm gonna give her probably a C. The Dai Li leader, whatever. No strong feelings about it. I like the Dai Li, but him specifically, I don't care for. Mei is awesome. Similar to, I'll probably put her on the same level as Ty Lee and A. I think her relationship with Zuko is cool. I like the relationship a lot. I like how he's all fiery and she's just more mellow and unbothered. Like, they balance each other out well. So yeah, she's cool. I'll put her A. Mako, I don't like Mako at all. Like, he's a character who, like, all of these characters is whatever. Like, I like most of them, but Mako I do not like. I think Mako's an arsehole, dude. Not only the fact that he's playing this weird triangle game with Asami and Korra, but also there's so many moments where he's just a terrible person. Like that time where he tells the president of Korra's plan to go help her family, and then the president, he basically rats out on her. And it's like, dude, you don't do that for your friend. I don't like Mako at all. He's deep. I can't remember this girl's name, but she's also part of Zahia's crew, and I think she's cool. I love how she uses water bending as arms, basically. That's really cool. But I'll give her the same as Gazan, probably B. Naga, I think Naga's really dope. I'm not gonna put him on the same level as Appa though, just because he doesn't do as much as Appa. If he had as much screen time as Appa did, then maybe he'd be an S. But he gets an A for me. But he's cool. Okay. This is, I can't remember her name, but this is Sue's daughter, Opal. Opal is a name. Opal's kind of whatever. Fire Lord Ozai. I don't think Fire Lord Ozai is that great of a villain. You know, I don't know if that's a controversial take or not. I don't really keep up to date with what people are saying. It's because I binged this so late. But Ozai is just kind of whatever for me, you know? Like, we hardly ever see him. And whenever we do see him, he's just getting his ass kicked, to be honest. Like we see him when Zuko confronts him and Zuko like hits him with lightning. He redirects his own lightning. And then the next time we see him, Avatar Aang just like fucks him up. And so he was never really that imposing of a villain for me. So I won't put him in whatever, but I'll give him, I don't know. He's just, maybe I will put him in whatever. I don't have strong feelings about Violet Rosa. He's just there, and he needs to be there in order for the story to work. But otherwise, whatever. Sokka's cool. I'll put him on the same level as the original Team Avatar. Um, he's very funny. The comic relief. He's cool. He has some moments where he steps up, which I appreciate as well. He gets an A. Pabu, kind of like Momo. He does a bit more than Momo. I probably like him more than Momo, but I'll put him in the same level, C. Paku's awful. Paku's the worst, dog. Like, because he refuses to train Katara because she's a girl, and the only reason why he decides to train her is because he learns that she's the daughter or she's the granddaughter of the woman he loved. If that didn't happen, he wouldn't have trained her. He's a sexist arsehole. So maybe he's probably the only character who would go in F. I don't have the F category, but let's just say he goes in F. Because, I mean, he just sucks, to be honest. But I'll put him here with Mako. D. Remember, whatever is not bad. Whatever is just no strong feelings. I have strong feelings about Paku. He's terrible. The swordsman guy who trains Sokka, he's cool. I think the episode that he comes in, he helps Sokka a lot, and he has a cool moment. I'll give him B. The chick who blows up shit with her head, I'm gonna put her below Gazan and the other woman because I don't like her as much, and it's based on very little, just other than the fact of like basically their look. I suppose I prefer the other two. Avatar Roku sucks, dude. I've said it. Avatar Roku's the worst, dog. Whenever Aang is like asking for help or anything, like Roku's just giving him like the worst answer of all time. Like if you read the Promise, which is the sequel comic, the first sequel comic to Last Airbender, like Aang is trying to ask him like what he should do about Zuko because Zuko's doing some shit, and then Roku's just like fucking kill the guy. And it's like, what? What are you saying, dude? You can't. No, Zuko's Aang's friend and you're just telling him to kill the guy. You're like the worst at giving advice. I genuinely think Avatar Roku sucks. Not only that, he's also the cause of the war because he didn't do his fucking job. I'm putting Roku in D. He's awful. I don't know what to say. He's like literally the worst Avatar. Anyway, this granny who can bloodbend, very cool episode, but as for her specifically, I think she's kind of whatever. Smaller B. Smaller B is alright. She's alright. I'll give her a C. Yeah. I like Smaller B. Same as Jet, C. Sure. Why not? Suki. Love Suki. Suki's awesome. I'll give Suki an A. Suki's really cool. Suki. Suki's really cool. Sue's also kind of cool. I probably like her more than Lin, to be honest. But I'll put in the same level. But I do like her more than Lin. This is the guy who does pro bending. I thought, by the way, pro bending was really cool. Like, I wish they continued with pro bending because I genuinely enjoyed that sport that they did. And so this guy was a cool villain for that sport. So I mean, he didn't really do much, so I'll give him a C. But I did like him. He was a good villain for the pro bending shit. And I like pro bending a lot. This is whatever the fuck this guy's name is. But the brother of Amon. The guy who bloodbends. I can't... Tarlok? Is it Tarlok or something? I can't fucking remember. But anyway, the guy, Amon's brother... He was cool, he has a nice little redemption arc, but I'll give him a C. Kai is whatever. Tenzin. I like Tenzin a lot. I think Tenzin's really cool. He's not perfect. In fact, I think he's a terrible teacher. He's quite impatient. He kind of gets jealous at Janora for a bit for her being better at the spirit world shit than he is. So he's a little bit petty at times. So he's definitely not perfect, but I mean, no one is. And when it's time to step up, Tenzin does step up. And I love his look. His airbending is really dope. I like Tenzin a lot. He gets an A. Who the fuck is this? Oh, this is the other. What's the guy's name? Longshot or something? Something like that. But he's cool. You know, he has his moments. I'll give him a C. We don't see a lot of him. This is Korra's father, Tonrock, I believe, is his name. He's cool too. Don't really get that much of him. Doesn't do too much. I'll give him a C. Toph. Toph is the easiest S I've ever given in my life. The easiest S I will ever give in my life. Toph is not just my favorite character in Avatar and the whole franchise. She's also one of my favorite characters in fiction, period. She is so freaking badass, dude. That alone, like just how badass she is. The fact that she's the first one to fucking invent metal bending, so dope. And like, I just love how confident in her ability she is, and she's able to back it up. She talks so much shit, but she's like, it's true. You know, she is probably the strongest bender, like, besides the Avatar in the fucking franchise. I love her. I fucking love her. So, easy S. Unalaq. Unalaq was probably on the same level as Kavira for me. I don't know. It's just a whatever villain. Next is Varric. I love Varric. I genuinely think Varric is such a fucking good character. I'm probably gonna put Varric in S. That might be crazy, but every single time Varric was on screen, it was 10 times more enjoyable. He's so funny, but also like the twist, and I love his character, the way he's kind of just like, he's not necessarily good or bad. He's kind of just whatever the moment needs him to be, and that's at the start. But then he's kind of a morally ambiguous character. But then when you get to the last season, he's just like so, like, he just becomes so good, and he decides that he's not going to. He decides that he's going to be a better person, essentially, and then how he refuses to make the weapon for Kavira. I think, yeah, he just becomes a really dope character, and whenever he's on screen, he just always makes it more enjoyable. And I think, how can I not give him an S when, if not for him, I like that series a lot less. He's probably the best part of season 2. Season 2, yeah, I think it's season 2. Yeah, he's probably the best part of season 2. And his moments in season 4 are some of my favorite in the whole franchise. So I think he gets an S for me. Here's this guy, that Earth guy, whatever. Avatar 1 was kind of, he was cool. I liked him, but we just get that one sort of backstory of him. I don't think he's that dope. I'll give him a C. Wing and Wei are cool, but they don't do much. C. Zaire is probably, where the fuck did I put Wing and Wei? Oh, sorry. Wing and Wei and C. Zaire is probably the best villain in the franchise, if not for Azula. Azula is top tier. But in terms of like main villains, Azula's not the main villain. In terms of main villains, Zaire is definitely my favorite. I love his philosophy, the fact that he's not. He obviously he wants a better world, and he just thinks in order to get that you need to kill the Avatar. But I love the moment in season 4 where he actually ends up helping Korra get back to her Avatar state. Like, he's the one who took it away in season 3, but he only did that because he thought that was what was right to do. And what emphasizes that is the fact in season 4, when he actually helps her, you can very much see that he's got absolutely no hatred for Korra whatsoever. He was just doing what he thinks is necessary. And when she comes to him for help, basically, he does it. He does it without any problems, because he never had it out for Korra specifically. He had it out for the Avatar. And I think that was really cool. And the fact that he gets airbending and he's able to fucking fly with it, that's also really dope. He's the best main villain in the franchise, and I'd probably give him an A. Close to an S, but I don't know. I'm feeling A. Zuli. People are probably gonna hate this. People are probably gonna hate this because I just put Zahir in A, and but I don't give a fuck. If there's anything you know about Varric, he doesn't go anywhere without Zuli, and who am I to break that up? I'm putting her in S right next to Varric. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm sorry, but their relationship is just so well done, dude. They're like the best. They're literally the best whenever they're on screen. Them together, Varric and Zuli, their team is so much fun, so enjoyable. And then how their relationship develops into season 4 is honestly just nothing short of beautiful. So I loved it. It's their relationship, those two characters, unironically, was some of my favorite parts of the franchise. So they get an S for me. Anyway, that's most of the Avatar, well, all of the important characters from Avatar Legend of Korra ranked. Fuck, I'm tired. I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm out.